Hey Gemini, welcome to your twin flame reading. So here we're going to tune in and we're going to see A, where you're at with your twin flame relationship, and B, what you have had to heal within yourself in this twin flame connection, and also what maybe is left to heal. So the stuff that I say here, it maybe if you're like, yep, done that one, then those parts may just not be for you, or those are just the parts that you have healed, right? So this is all, Gemini, to just, because if we do want to achieve that external union with our twin flame, there is a part of, we have to be balanced internally. So this is all to help you guys with healing and just, give you guys some more direction of where you could go next. So let's have a look. So Divine, can you please tune into Gemini and Gemini's twin flame? And do you have any messages? Okay. High Priest, personal empowerment. Okay, Gemini. So if you've been seeing a lot of nines, you know that this is for you. High Priest. All right, I think that this connection, the place that you guys are at now, what the Divine is saying is you are like seeking either spiritual advice. Okay, maybe it's this tarot, maybe it's this reading, I don't know, but there's also a part of you that has found your own maybe connection with the divine, your own connection within the piece of divinity that's within you. Okay, you could have just recently had some sort of awakening, some sort of like big kundalini purge, actually, is what is kind of coming through from this card. And like, it's like you're stabilizing your internal masculine energy regardless of gender, right? Because we do have both energies within us. So that's kind of where you guys are at. So that's good. 9 is about, also that number is about, culmination, things kind of wrapping up final lessons, final truths, right? Recognizing final truths within your heart when it comes to your twin flame. So, excuse me, you could be in a place where you do recognize and you're not really shutting off your love that you have for your twin flame, right? Because a lot of the times in our twin flame connections, we kind of will shut off the love that we have for them. And that's normal. I mean, that's a part of the journey, right? We have to overcome the fear. We have to overcome those thoughts that are just negative when it comes to love, right? So it looks like to me like you are really getting to the place where you feel a little bit more stable in your heart as well. So that's always good to see, Gemini. So let's see, what did Gemini have to learn within their connection? Okay, so Gemini, you are sacrificing yourself quite a lot, okay? The Hangman in reverse, sorry, just hit that. The Hangman in reverse is, this person hangs themselves on this tree. And so within the connection, there was some trust issues, right? Maybe you were staying content knowing that these trust issues were here. So maybe you were in a situation where you were like, well, I know that this connection is really strong, and yeah, like there is an energy where I do feel as though maybe there's something going on behind the scenes with my twin flame, right? But you may have stayed in the connection a lot longer than you should have, right? And this was all you sacrificing yourself. So what Spirit really wanted you to learn from this layer here is that when you know something's going on, okay, A, tuning into your intuition more, trusting yourself more. But B, when you know that something is going on behind the scenes and it is time to like back up, right? It's about boundaries. So this twin flame relationship, what Spirit really wanted to teach you is to tame your inner demons, I guess, your inner wild side. I guess that's the word that's coming through. I mean, it's also the lion, because this girl like is taming the lion, right? That is scary, right? That it takes a certain amount of willpower and strength to really be able to do that, right? So Spirit was wanting you to be brought you your twin flame to also just make you stronger, right? To be able to generate that infinite power that you have within you. So, I'm also seeing that with, personal empowerment. That's right. Yeah. So what this relationship was teaching you, okay, too, is to invest in yourself, ground within your own self, definitely healing of internal masculine energy. Like there may have been a level where you wanted to be in control when it came to this relationship, or still do. And again, I completely understand that. I, have a twin flame myself, so I do understand wanting to control the relationship. It's tough. So Spirit wanted you to learn to not control your twin flame, but just recognize that it's actually just you that you need to control, right? So if someone is doing something disrespectful to you, right, and you feel uneasy and you feel like you're just kind of diving in and kind of going in head first. I get it, because the love is strong, right? Spirit really wanted you to learn to find that within yourself first. So there was something disrespectful that happened. There was like a lot of wanting to come out on top, or, you know, could have even been a third party situation here. Something just disrespectful that they did, right? And you were feeling unsteady, you were feeling uneasy. Knight of Wands in reverse is showing me that there was an action taken that you feel like could have been impulsive. So this could have been from your twin flame or from you, but ultimately that, you know, this just really burdened you, okay? Because as a result, they could have just, you could have felt like they sort of tossed you to the side, right? And what Spirit wanted you to learn in this situation is definitely to heal some of those abandonment issues that may have stemmed from your childhood. Okay, those are really deep rooted, and those abandonment issues really are so difficult to heal, but it's possible. It's just, you know, there's so many layers of abandonment, right, that we have to sort through, especially from our childhood, because I mean, that's just years and years that we've been carrying certain beliefs and mentalities within us that do separate us from love ultimately, right? So Spirit really wanted you to still go in and really work on those abandonment issues, because probably you wanted to stay in control of the relationship, or you sort of just were content staying in it, sacrificing yourself because you didn't want to feel abandoned, and your twin flame mirrors you, right? So, and also the love is so intense, so it's like it's really, really hard to to not want to be in control of that relationship because we just love them so much, right? It's really hard to break that connection. So Spirit is saying that you sort of not kind of having the strength to maybe walk away when you know you should have was the result of the abandonment wound. Okay, so Queen of Wands, I am being shown. This is about you being confident, radiant, like you getting your stuff together, you taking life by the horns kind of energy is what I'm hearing. Just really learning how to stand confident within yourself, without your person, you know, without your twin flame. Again, I know that's difficult, but that's a really big lesson for us. Like, how long can you stay in that queen energy, in that magnetic energy that is also loving, right? So I see here, Four of Swords, that you have had to do a lot of healing, okay? And it's been a very difficult journey, right? This Seven of Wands is showing me that there's a lot in this connection that you had to fight for. And it's ultimately taught you how to have stronger boundaries, right? Because you may have been in a long period of separation, and there's a lot of thoughts that you had to sort through, okay? But you are becoming a lot more confident, and you're becoming a lot more resilient as well. So that's what Spirit wanted to teach you. Well, and your higher self, right? That's what the connection did. Letting go of control, again, that was a big one, but also possessiveness, okay? Possessiveness, control, and also this may have been your twin flame or you, but there was a level where you were really holding on to maybe your self-worth being tied to, could have been materials, but or money, but something outside of yourself. And the world is showing me that this was a karmic cycle for you to get out of. So there was definitely a lot of past lives that you may have had that where you did have more like, you felt possessive over your person, or you felt like you had to control the situation, or maybe even just not share your true internal world with other people because it was scary, okay? So as a result, Gemini, you being an air sign, this is about, you may come off cold sometimes, or you may have came off cold to your twin flame at times, because as a way to protect your internal world, right? Like you're guarding. So this was about you healing that and really being open, again, opening yourself back up to love and back up to connections, and not being afraid that something will be taken from you, whether that's your heart or the love that you have. Okay, so Spirit, this could be there's still some past life healing too, I think, Gemini, for you to do when it comes to this situation of control and being guarded. But the Sun is also showing me that that is possible. Okay, so where you're at with your twin flame right now, okay, so you're still removed. Okay, there was a really big transformation that recently may have happened between you two, even if it's energetically. Okay, you feel, again, like your heart is opening back up to them. Like I said up here, you're trying to really you've gotten kind of to the root of the problem of your obsessive thinking when it comes to your twin flame, I think, or like, really negative patterns, negative thinking even, about love. So now it looks like to me like you want some action. You want them to either come forward and say something, or you want to come forward to them, but there's still something that's unfair between you two. That, okay, here we go. We got the third party situation. You want to talk, you want to clear the air. Okay, justice in reverse. There was something unfair that still weighs on your mind when it comes to a third party situation. And you want to kind of like, you want to get some sort of clarity on that. So this, I think, is a really big thing, Gemini, that you still need to heal. So if your twin flame did have a third party situation while you guys were together, then the message here for you is, this is about when our twin flames, third party situations are so important in twin flames, okay, because often that third party stays around way longer than they should. And we're over here, the twin flame, being like, are you so for real right now? Like, why is this person still in your life? Like, what is going on? That often points to a self-worth wound, right? Not being chosen by our past relationships, right? Cheating in past relationships. So that is what Spirit wants you to still work on when it comes to your twin flame relationship. And because I think if you don't, what may happen here is if you guys try to speak moving forward and this stuff isn't cleared within your own self first, then I think it could actually cause you guys to go into another separation, or you're kind of not gonna be in that union energy. So you really want to work on healing this, okay? Heal that third party situation wound. Heal not being chosen or being betrayed by somebody else, because listen, it is an illusion. Okay, third party situations go away once we really have healed those inner wounds, but they also, even if they are still there, you won't be affected. That's what I mean by go away. So go away might be like literally in the physical or just energetically. Like you won't be so caught up on the third party situation anymore. So you'll know you're at that place where you actually feel peace around this third party, and even seeing them doesn't trigger you. Okay, so Gemini, that's the work that Spirit really wanted you to still go in and do. So at this time, well, this is really beautiful. So you and your twin flame are a lot more aligned than you ever have been. I mean, look at this. Like it could not get more alignment, okay? And you're both sort of waiting to see what's around the corner. You've both expanded a lot recently. You've both had a lot of consciousness expanding when it comes to this connection and this relationship, and a lot has happened in the past, Gemini. Okay, but ultimately you are both still feeling very in the feels, very lovey-dovey over each other right now. So that's beautiful. Okay, the energy is really beautiful here. It feels like to me that your twin flame also has had a lot of realizations too, especially if they were the one that really ran away, didn't feel like they were worthy, because probably at first that's not what they were thinking. At first they were probably like, well, Gemini did this and this, and now they are at the place where they understand their faults and what they've done, and so they're waiting to see what's they want to see you. They're waiting to see what's around the corner. They hope you run into each other. They're waiting for a message or something like that. So you both are in that phase where you want to speak. The only thing I will say, Gemini, is definitely do some more work on this third party situation. Either you need to also like prepare yourself for seeing them again. What are you gonna do? Know that it's an illusion, okay? And this third party situation can only affect you if you let it, right? When you see them, if you see them. So if it's still affecting you, just, yeah, do a little bit more shadow work on that. Okay, Gemini, I hope that was helpful. That is all I've got for you. I also do twin flame readings. So if you're interested in that, then you can just click the link down below. And yeah, I have personal experience. So I know that this is difficult, okay? All right, Gemini, sending you love.